What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is Muscle, and this is another Two Line Music Hut's Entertainment Report podcast. And today we have a really special guest in the building. Listen, this man has hits from the 90s right up until right now. He brought you some of the biggest hits like Arrest Me Officer, Twingy Twanga, Money Making Guy, Go Rachel, so much more. And right now he's promoting his big song right now called Who Dem a Rampant. You know who we have in the building today? We have Hawkeye in the building today. What's going on, big boss?
Skibbity bye. You know this is Hawkeye. Who Dem a Rampant?
Wow. Yep. I'm great. Yourself?
I'm fine, thank you. Giving thanks.
Yeah, man. You know what? Since it's the top of the year, I got to tell you, Happy New Year. Happy 2021.
Yeah, man. 21 greetings today to and all the fans out there, all the ACs and the fridges, all the ice boxes and the North Poles and the igloos. Big up on yourself, man. And much love and give thanks to the support over the years,
Yeah, no, definitely. When it comes to slang, you definitely have the slang down pat, but we're gonna get to that just now. So let's carry this right to the beginning and get it going. All right.
Yes, sir.
What part of Jamaica did you grow up in, and what actually got you interested in music in the first place?
I was born in Kingston, and when I say Kingston, I mean downtown Kingston, down at TG Kingston. Q1 is maternity clinic, and that maternity clinic is in Tivoli Gardens. So that's where I was born, in Tivoli Gardens. Didn't grow up there still, but grew up in the Black Street. I think it was at one point oh my Lord, the era now come to my mind right now. But I grew up in the downtown era though. Black Street, which is where you have General Penitentiary. I used to go to school around that side. I used to live at that side too. Down in the era there, down there I grew up. What really influenced me in music now? Wow. Say I really friends. I knew I had a talent, but is a friend of mine really give me a fine tracing one day and I said, boy, I do this thing for hobby. Because really and truly I used to just DJ as an hobby. I just do it for the fun. I couldn't DJ, I know some can DJ, I mash up school barbecue and them something, but I never want to do it as a profession. I just have it as a fun thing, But a friend draw me up one day and give me a fine reality cussing. I talk about a big man for me at the time. Give me a fine reality cussing. And me have to look into it and say, all right, let me move to it. So that's how me really get in it professionally though.
Okay, so at first you just took it as a hobby and stuff. You're just doing it around school and stuff.
Right.
So let's go even before music then. What did you actually think you were going to do as a profession coming in before you got into music?
Chef. All I wanted to do was cook. Yeah, and I used to work in two of the prominent hotels in Kingston. Really three, basically, because when I left school, I started working at Morgan's Harbour Hotel in Port Royal, right? And after leaving Morgan's Harbour Hotel, I started working at Jamaica Pegasus, But Jamaica Pegasus, no, I had experience with them from I was going to school. Because when I was going secondary school, I got a 3 work experience at Pegasus. I left secondary school and started going to St. Andrew Technical High School. And there, after I did a year and about a half, I got a scholarship to go back to Jamaica Pegasus for 6 weeks. So I was so familiar with Jamaica Pegasus. So when I leave Morgan's Harbour Hotel, I worked there for 6 months, was on the bus, going, to Bobo business and book up one of the chefs from Pegasus. And them say, yo, so them want some work up at Pegasus, come put in an application now. I went up there, put in the application, and I got the job. So I started working at Jamaica Pegasus. It was all good because I'm done familiar with them. Now, me there in a pantry, me I do meat, me I do pastry, me I do every little thing up there, all around that kind of cook, and things. So after leaving there, the last place I started working was a place called Sutton Place Hotel, which is now Knoxford Court Hotel in Kingston.
Yes.
Right. So those are the 3 hotels I worked at,
Okay. before actually getting into music.
Yes, I left Morgan's Harbour Hotel and go straight in a music.
And what year was this that you actually made the jump into music?
About 1993, 94.
Okay. And what were some of your first moves at this time here now?
Well, the first thing that actually brought me over into it is that I did a music video when I was working at certain place. General Degree was doing a video for his song Bodyguard. Lord, boy, she want a bodyguard. Boy, Lord, yard or yard, that song. And if you watch that video, I am the bodyguard in that video. The guy in the black hat and the white shirt and the black pants and jump off of the roof. And it was me, with the board button in my hand, But you see, everything happened so mysterious because the night before the video, I didn't have a button, but I knew I had a hat and I had a white shirt and a black pants, right? So it's when I was going home the night, walking on the road, I buck up one piece or two before plank on the street and take it up. And decide to boy, me go home now, go chop, use machete and chop the angle and turn it at angle. So when I went to the video shoot with the piece of board, the man I laugh and I say, yo, what kind of board that you're going to use? And I say, then that's going to make the whole video humorous and thing, So it's like everything does happen in stage, So when I went there, man, up things, man. So I realized that when I was coming from work after the video release and all of that, I see people looking and pointing on me on the road. I wasn't picking up because me never know music business like that. To say, boy, I threw the video why people recognize me. So after a while, I go on and I see it so often that it come to me and say, whoa, I threw me in the video. I'm saying, okay. Now that they get a face of Hawkeye, me need to put a song with the face. So that's all me just going to work one day and tell them, say, yo, me now come back to work, This is it.
So you had met General Degree before you actually left your previous workplace?
Yes, man. Yeah, man, because what happened is that the same guy who I told you, give me the fine trace off, he had a cousin who come from Texas, always come to Jamaica during the summertime for holidays. Me as a DJ for them every time them come here. And him love how me think about he knew the great Danny Brownie as a brethren. So I one day him say, yo, me will carry go meet one producer brethren me have. But I didn't know that, this was the great Danny Brownie where, produced the Granny record and have General Degree as one of them top star and Ray. And when I went there and I meet him, he loved my voice. He said I had a distinct voice, but the kind of lyrics that me that talk at the time wasn't his thing. Because Danny Brownie, him loved the suggestive kind of lyrics, them the two kind of one word, two meaning kind of thing. There. So me never used to DJ them kind of funny song there. You understand? So from him saying love my voice, him say boy, I can just come to the studio still and come build. So I used to just leave work when I leave work in the afternoons, I just go to the studio, chill till time for go home, go work, come back, go to the studio. So that was it. So that's how I meet Degree. Degree just see me as a youth and say, boy, I love my humbleness and how I sit down more time in the corner and write my lyrics and to myself. So I'm like them kind of people who are one away and humble. So he say, yo, come start power with me. So from my start power Degree is like a big link. Me start getting the music, Bobby Digital, Dave Kelly, Donovan Jermaine, the whole of them, jammies, because when Degree go to all these students, they want to know who I am. Who is this artist here power with? So as some get the whole tapping into the music on a professional level.
Okay, so it was Degree that took you around to all the major studios in Jamaica?
Yes, basically. I mean, when, he's doing his work, because I him name Degree. So he might go check them producer, your Bobby Digital, he might go check all of these producers for record for them. So, because me and my power, from him go inside me, actually inside too. So it's a link, and from them time when you're a star or you're an artist and you're power with somebody else, people want to know who you're power with, especially if he's a bad artist. And everybody don't rate Degree as a bad artist, so they want to know who that really are power with, So that's how I get in,
All right. And what was actually your first song that you recorded, and who did you record it for?
Well, if you're gonna say my first song, my first song was done by the guy who gave me a fine tracing.
Yeah.
You know, his name is John Mills. I think he passed away. You know, God bless him soul. You know, the song was called Patwa. You better learn to understand the Patwa, because this a language running in Jamaica. You know, so it was at that time. It was like probably about 89, the year 1989, them time there. You know, that song the produce and come out. You see me say, or about 1990, somewhere there in Canada studio.
Okay.
So I was going to school at the time.
So even when you were just fooling around, you had still recorded a song just when you were just taking it.
It was the first song. And he did it for me to know, say, yo, you can't take the thing serious. You're your sound on record, your boy. You know, so it was a kind of vibe there. You know? So he was really the first person to record Hawkeye. But my first professional song was done by Danny Brownie of Main Street. Yes, I think it was a song called Advertiser Brand.
Yeah.
Yeah, a song called Advertiser Brand from Main Street label. Yeah, man.
And was your name Hawkeye when you got to Main Street
No,
also?
I wasn't Hawkeye at that time. My name was Treggy Fresh. Yeah, it was Treggy Fresh. Treggie Fresh. You know? I mean, in them time, we get the fresh from like how you used to have Dougie Fresh, you know, all of, you know, because you know artists used to name themselves of a certain thing. And at the time, Dougie Fresh, I locked the place and I go on wicked. So my brethren running through music said, boy, every time you hear, you have fresh lyrics, So they used to call me Trug. You know, they said Trug was a monster like Bigfoot.
Yeah.
One eerie monster would look like Bigfoot. So to me, they took them time they're big, you know, they used to call me Trug. You know, so it's me changed from Trug to Treg. And so I said Treggy Fresh. Too, you have Dougie Fresh, and said Treggy Fresh. So I saw me get the name Treggy Fresh.
Yeah.
But it's after recording, you know, for a period of time, you know, one day I was doing some work at Main Street studio, and Cutty Ranks coming at the studio and hear me and call my name and I sang Treggy Fresh in the place and ran and go on and ran. The man stopped the program and said, yo, where you say your name? And I said, Treggy Fresh. The man said, no, sir. That name did not work in a music business, you know? So I said, for real? Man said, no, sir, that name did not work, my boss. So he said, what you used to do? I said, boy, you know, me a chef, you know. The man said, all right. Go on DJ, and me a DJ, and then stop the program and say, yo, your name Broil Lobster. You know? And curry shrimp, and him try some name and them thing. And I said, no, man, I don't want a food name. See me? So him go on until him look and say, yo, warm to your eye. I'm say, I saw my band ready to know. So him say, all right, go on DJ. Then the first thing him stop and say, yo, bird eye. I'm say, no. Him say, eagle eye. I'm say, no. But when him say Hawkeye, I'm say, yes. I didn't name that. You know, so I had to go back from start at the song, do over the intro, everything, and come back and, yo, Hawkeye, and from that, Hawkeye is the name.
Yeah.
Them time we don't even develop the slang skibbity by yet. How I get the slang skibbity by now, I was down by Arrow Studio, where, you know, them cut dub plate in a Kingston downtown there. And I do a dub plate for your brother. And you know them time when you do dub plate, it a cut same time. So you can't make no mistake and make the thing. You know, cause if you mess up a man dub plate, him not gonna pay you, you not get no money. So I was DJing the song, and them time when you're DJ as artists, you're nervous, you know, cause treat a cut same time, you don't want to make no mistake, so you're nervous. And boy, I'm gonna make a mistake and the pan skip it, and does the pan and alright, the by come out. You know, see it. And from yo, when I do the man, I'm much up nice lemon say, yo, that's that, I want that style. But a mistake.
Yeah.
But as I do it, and I say, skip it, I'll be a skip it, skip, and skip it, and that's weird. That's so weird. Boom. So when I done the dub plate and come out of the studio, I go outside and I play it in my head and I said, skibbity. And I said, one sound and we like, and I said, skibbity something. And it said, skibbity bye. And when I said, skibbity bye, you can rhyme with Hawkeye. And I said, yeah, I hit that.
Aye.
But I just lock it in and say, yo, skibbity bye, you know this is Hawkeye. So somebody get the slang, you see it?
Crazy like that. And again, it's a lot of times when it's things by mistake, usually those are the best ones where you were just, that's how you figured it out.
Trust me, you know, I believe, you know, them time in music was, you know, it was like the university, you know, because there's so many great things you learn and, you know, it becomes a household thing just out of mistake or just out of spontaneity. You see what I said? You know, them time they, you know, I mean, so many artists are going good and mash up the place, you know. So I remember one time, Danny, you know, I used to use this line on us when he said, if your song is not as hot as Shabba Ranks' latest song right now, them time the Shabba Ranks have the song, ting-a-ling-a-ling, school bell a ring, dance. I mean, I said, how this man for one compare me with Shabba Ranks, you know, where have the whole place away, you know, and want to tell me, say, if my song not bad, like theme song, me can't go up on him label or him not record me. So, you know, them time you have to, I think, you have to go deep down in your thinking box and come up with some creative something. Because in them time, if you have something where people hear and will say, wait, that sound good. You're not getting no notice. Nobody no want to hear you. You know? So these are the things that really build us as a youth to come in the music. That's why we think them so rigid and so authentic and last for so long. Because it's like we have to compete with the top we are going up there and we have to keep putting up there. You know? And the fact that Danny Brownie camp was a different kind of camp, you know, say it opened a lot of doors to creativity. So that's why songs like even Arrest Me Officer and them songs that come out. You know, see?
Yeah.
Because no one has ever really sing a song so boy them want officer to come arrest them and go lock them up in a cell. Because them know say if you go to prison, you as a man, them will put against male. But me, the DJ say, yo, you can't put me in a man cell, or the girl them cell you ever put me. You know, but, you know, so yeah, create, you know, me just have create a lot of stuff, you know.
When you got there, and when you got to Main Street, who was actually there? Degree was there already, and who else was there?
Yeah, well, you talk about Lieutenant Stitchy when me rate so much. You have Lieutenant Stitchy there, Papa San, Lady G, you know, Buccaneer. Then, as a younger generation, it was me, Red Rat, Goofy, a youth them called Madanjo, and Chrissy D. You understand? So we were the younger generation, not them time. I mean, Degree are still youth, you know, but me, I mean, as a younger youth, them are coming now when I no name. It was just me, Red Rat, Goofy, Madanjo, and Chrissy D. You know, but we gotta go meet when we go see Stitchy. Come use a DJ like Stitchy one time, you know, so when we gotta go meet as Stitchy. Okay, as elsewhere big so I say wait, I did done this the champion, the man will, you know, man. Yeah, so wait, I can't be someone and I look one star. So yo, it's just a job. Yo, it's a college, my brother.
Trust
you know,
me, it was crazy.
Juna Tucker too. I should have told you about Juna Tucker. Because Juna Tucker was also Danny Brownie's artist. You know, them songs they don't test and real up on Main Street, them record. You know, all the songs with Juna with him, you know. So I'm just saying, you know, you just go there and you meet all these great people you listen to, and you know, I don't know, I mean, when you meet all Degree at the times, may I tell you, and when you hear them on the DJ, your head swell big. So I mean, the first time I heard Degree did the song, 1 you a boom, 2 you a boom boom, 3, 4 you a mash up the place, boom and boom boom. Me I said, oh, the man I think so. You know, can say 1 boom, 2 boom boom. And I said, no sir, the man I bring mad. Me I said, no, me as well big sucker, me can't believe the man really think them weird, so witty and so smart with lyrics. 1 you a boom, 2 you a boom boom. No sir. I think body's line them in the music. You
Yes,
know?
and you see, especially coming out of a camp like that, like Main Street now, you guys were always around each other. So it's not like you were at home trying to figure out the lyrics by yourself. Somebody else's home. You're all at the studio and all this energy is happening right there.
Yes, and the good thing about it too is that we as individuals used to help each other with lyrics and line. You know, so if degree a DJ something and put it away and we feel so boy, we have a witty, we are a bad, we have to put it down, we mention it and him here to say, yo, that bad. And it goes for every one of us. If we are the something and them say, boy, Ray, we look into it and say, wait, that wicked, and use it. So it was a combined effort. Everybody was contributing to everybody else's lyrics and stuff. Not all the time it happened, but you know, enough of the time you get a one line and you get a one word, but better than your word where they have. You know, so that's how we used to do it.
Makes sense. And what was your first hit that you had got over out of Main Street, and how long did it actually take you to come up with this hit? Was it like a year, 2 years? How long did it take you to really hit?
Okay. Well, you see, hit to me, hit song is when you find a hit song as an artist, it's like the song that you can start make money off of it in terms of people want book you and stuff like that. I think my first hit song was Ooh Ha Ha. You know, and Ooh Ha Ha was recorded. I think Ooh Ha Ha released just when Danny Brown and turned Christian and Main Street mashup, like 98, 99. That song came out in 1999, Ooh Ha Ha.
Yeah.
You know, it was my first dancehall street hit song. Because I mean, being at Main Street, you know, I had songs out because Arrest Me Officer was there. Man, a bad man with Lady G. I have Girl Rush Me Like a you know, these songs. You know, so there was songs but them playing, oh, a crowd of people after a big film, big film, big film, all of them songs there, but it's like a recognition me I get with them song there. What if a recognition and through me then at the Main Street thing now and them put me, Rat and Goofy for perform together. Red Rat and Goofy really Goofy boss with Fudgy, Red Rat boss with Shelly Ann. So them was really the star. My song never really boss. Them they just did it as some popular song we are going good with the man them song. You know, but at them did find the hit song. So I used to travel with them, perform with them, tour everywhere them I go with them. You know, so I used to use up all these songs, you know, what we do with Main Street and other songs I'm have outside. Because Big Theme wasn't really Main Street song. Big Theme is Richie Stevens produced that song.
Pot of Gold.
Yeah. You understand? Girl Rush Me Like a Hawk was for Richard Browning, who is Danny Brown's nephew.
Okay.
You know? So it's just what? It's just Arrest Me Officer, Man a Bad Man, Vex if you want Vex, Boss if you want Boss, them song their Main Street song.
Yeah.
You know, most of the songs them were kind of funny. It's not
yeah, because it was real, it was a lot of Main Street was a lot of, it was almost like a lot of gimmicks is what Main Street used to really.
Jovial kind of lyrics to make you and at the same time. But you see, in the camp, you know, out of all of us, I think me and Buccaneer was the two hardcore kind of side kind of youth, you know, because Buccaneer, but you know, but theme thing wasn't really gimmicky. She love our neighborhood theme thing, the kind of hardcore, like, you see what I said? Yeah. So I think me and him did have the same, you know, that kind of hardcore edge there. You know, that's why, you know, when I do nobody feel it up saying again, because even sometime when I was doing these songs, I was thinking that it's a little too aggressive. Our people would not, you know, it don't come across aggressive. You know, but that are the kind of hardcore thing. If I hold it tonight, you're gonna reach hospital. Or if you talk such a thing about me, girl, about you paying me up so till you have to give me Panadol. You know, stuff like that. So I think I was little on the hardcore side with Buccaneer. Wasn't too much jovial, but it have like a gimmick, but to keep it hardcore and kind of entertaining. So when Ooh Ha Ha drop, how them fi chatting in your face and them Ooh Ha Ha. And you see, TOK, because I know you interview, you know, a few of them guys, they were always a part of our thing too, you know, because in Ooh Ha Ha is them, when I say them go
yes.
Ooh Ha Ha, you know? So it's a whole friendship thing, and I try to show you, say, the whole of there's friends, and we have input in everybody thing, so you know, everybody thing just come out and sound like the sound. So it was just mere love and joy, and it's just the love college I have.
Yeah.
Open, the lyrically love college.
Yeah. So when you were you officially signed to Main Street, or you were just a loosely part of the camp?
Yeah, actually, eventually I got signed there.
Okay. Because I
Yeah.
know you recorded songs outside of Main Street while you were still hanging around. So how would something like that work if you could still go around to all these places and still record?
Yes, because in Jamaica, I mean, it's few producers, and when I say few, you probably can call the names on one hand, who them have artists who can record for nobody else.
Mhm.
Because what happened is that in Jamaica, through the dancehall and the reggae thing, how it's said, you alone as Danny Brown and now go find all the bad rhythm them to keep the career on a certain level. So how it used to go is that you have Shocking Vibes level are going bad, Penthouse rhythm them are going wicked, Dave Kelly had shot, Main Street has shot, Steely and Clevie are going with a bag of things. Right? So you find say as an artist now, if me have a bad song on Steely and Clevie rhythm will come out, I may have one bad song on Danny Brown rhythm, I may have a bad song over here for Richie Stevens, I may have one for Donovan Jermaine and one for Dave Kelly and Ray. What do you think will happen when the summer come, when all of these songs drop out and Hawkeye song the bad rhythm them will it'll come like a me and the man in the music. Because I have so many bad songs. So that was a thing where they have one in Jamaica, where the artists and voice on different rhythm for different producers. So they have different whole heap of bad song come a road. Some are hot. Right through the year is like it was hot because you have a bag of hot song.
Yeah.
So others have vibe there. Others have vibe there.
Okay, so it wasn't a thing where just because you're signed to Main Street where you could only record here, you could go around and do what you need to do.
No, I was recording before I even started recording for Danny Brown. Just the affiliation, and Degree taking me around. So when Degree, most of the time I record because I record for Donovan Jermaine and Bobby Digital them. King Jam is when Degree gone do show a foreign. Okay. And when he come back now, the man them say, yo, your artist voice, You see me? So I saw me get my thing in. Because when Degree was there with me and in my record, I just him them a penny. So when him gone now, me go put in my word, and two them don't know me and Degree role. Them no want this the program for so boy, me this Degree young artist. Yeah, so them give me an ears. So every time that them listen to me and them hear some, them I say, no sir, you can't go on, Yeah. So I saw me get in, but Main Street was a camp. Main Street was like a yard. And they say you eat, drink, sleep, everything. Yeah, that's all. But we do other works with other producers.
Okay, because you're saying Woo Ha Ha, because I think Woo Ha Ha was paid by Richie D.
Richie D from Miami. So Richie D come flying, and he was working at Main Street student, book the student and do some work. I'm hear the rhythm. I'm beg him the rhythm and him give me it. So I'm gonna go home now, go write lyrics and come back, and when I do it, TOK them was at the studio, so it was, them chatting at your face and them a hoo ha ha every day. Them dress up in the same hoo ha ha. From you say, them make say she know watch her hoo ha ha hoo ha ha. So that is how I had it originally. Hoo ha ha. But TOK them when we go ha, them go ha hoo ha ha. So they put in that little in the gap, the space from so you make it sound ha hoo ha. So that was one bag of creativity.
And what did that do for your career as soon as you found that hit now?
I don't hear you.
What did it do for your career when you found that hit?
Well, may I tell you, it's like, it just made the thing, because writing that here too, that song, I think that song came out for the summer, because most producers used to concentrate on the summer. They want to have the song for the summer. And I'm sure that the year I performed that Record Song Fest, which was in August. I'm gonna tell you, when I run out and I wheel up, then sit there, ooh ha ha was like the song it was like the song of the moment, kid. So I knew that from there, so now the thing I got turned up, but I wasn't even praying back because too many really know the music at the time like that. I wasn't even praying, so boy, that song I would make me big and rare. I was just saying, boy, the next song. I was just thinking the next song, because me never really have it to say, boy, I'm a boss or anything like that. you know. But it's when Main Street break up now and me leave 2000 and them amongst Murray, Byron Murray of In the Streets. Byron Murray used to be our road manager at Main Street.
Okay.
Him used to drive and carry Rat and Goofy and me go a show, go a country, go do all of them show for when Rat them and Ray, them time me a sidekick. But now that we come over to Murray because Main Street mash up, Murray had Mr. Vegas as a main artist with him. So I write in this, so now me get to start stand up on my own. I had all those songs from Main Street plus with Ooh Ha Ha now, and then just right in time to go record the song Go Rachel from Byron Murray. And from I do Go Rachel, everything was, because Go Rachel was my first #1 radio hit.
Okay.
But Ooh Ha Ha was my first street hit. You know? So I write this, everything changed, you know. You know, everything just focused on Hawkeye now. Hawkeye have a name for himself, have a household name for himself. So I write this, everything started the year 2000.
Year 2000, okay.
Yes.
So a couple 90s were the bubble. From the 2000s is where it really started to take off.
Yes, man. 90s was a bubble, the best part of the career in terms of bubbling. But 2000 was when I get my break as Hawkeye. As an individual artist.
Yeah. Okay, before we even get to these 2000s here now, even with the breakup of Main Street now, right there, did you know that Danny Brownie was about to turn Christian? Do you hear something? How did that really catch you or caught you off guard?
Well, it catch me suddenly, you know. Very sudden. You know, but the thing about me is that me is a strong believer in the Almighty, you know. So if a man come to me and tell me, so boy, even though he might do something for me, and or, you know, at the time we have the dancehall music, and then he come and say, boy, you get the vision and him go turn Christian and Ray. Right? Or me just bless him up, see me and say, yo, if you was a job, do you think, my brother, a job me set up, so I mean, him go help me same way, so do you think me just move and keep giant place and do what me have to do same way, because me have to keep up my career and my music while go on, you know? And the funniest thing about it is that Danny turned Christian right from my career when me go to some fest, go mash it up and come bust now. Because in them time, when you mash up some fest, you are the artist now, you know. And you are the man now. And just as we mash up some fest, then it was in Japan, in go with the Red Rat and Goofy and came back. Here's the Hawkeye deal with some fest away and just turned Christian right. So it was a hard hit for me at the time as a youth. Come and say, what kind of thing this you know, I reach me? How if you mash up some face now and ready to take on the line now and turn up as a man, you know, the thing, and yes, so this man turned Christian. Someone just say, yo, what if that you say now? Much love to you. You don't know. God bless your soul and everything, but God bless my word and I have to continue the journey, because we can't mash up some face right now, but dash my thing because you turn Christian and raise. Somebody have to continue the journey. So that is how we end up now among Byron Murray with Mr. Vegas.
And did all of that happen right away where he said, okay, I'm going to turn Christian, and he like stopped like right now, or it was a gradual process?
Yeah, man, it stopped right instant. It basically stopped in terms of the production, you know. But I mean, it will take a little time for him because they don't have songs that came out for the summer in at the same time and Rante. So it's like Main Street was still riding that. You know, so him becoming a Christian, Main Street is still have it flair and the thing I go on. You know, but me just know say the production part now go on, and because I was recording for other producers already, it is like it never really it hit me hard, but it never hit me hard. Because I have other producers when me I record for, me have other songs out there. So me just know say my back still kind of covered. You know?
And did you have a good understanding of the business this time here, or you really now you had to learn the business at this point here?
Well, I'm tell you, them kind of learning process, but I know if I knew what I knew now, then, but I could just keep it forward, because, you know, we don't even want to go back in the back door thinking, you know, but we just know, so right now, Hawkeye, 10 times, a million times wiser in this music, and, you know, I mean, you can't get around certain things now, but you can stand up as a person and demand or make, you know, demand what you want for yourself. And make sure so you see it through. Because somebody now have your interest the way how you have your interest. You know, so I am at a place where Hawkeye look out for film interest because I know anybody who come and say Hawkeye, they might look out for them one. They want Hawkeye for fulfill for them interest. Me have to make sure say in at the time of fulfilling their interest, me have fulfill my own. You understand?
You
So,
totally understand. So
yeah.
okay, one thing that we didn't get to before we get to these 2000s now. How did your role come up for Third World Cup?
Yes, Third World Cup. No. Well, Sharon Burke, she had the link. You know, these people for the movie they wanted artists with a certain kind of look. You know, with a certain kind of image like. You know, at the time, Scare Them crew used to have an image. Them, I mean, them man, their image you them still. You know, Elephant Man, them ear color up and stay a certain way. I was the only one in Main Street who used to wear my hairstyle when my ear them stick out. You know, stick up in the ear so go all the way back and raise. You know, so that hairstyle and the look is like the guys. I'm not sure if it's Schoenberg recommend me, but they wanted the image, and I guess because I was out there and the image out there and read them see and I say, yeah, I have the image too, you know. So I think it would not fit good with XYZ or certain people, you know. So I fit well with Skater because at the time, you know, the part in the movie, it was me and Harry Toddler in the car. And you know, the man they have the hairstyle thing going to a race. So it was me and him. And Boom Dynamite was a part of the movie too, and Elephant. So them use me as the image guy. So that is how me get the tap in. You know, so I was the only guy from Main Street who got in that movie. And it's based on the image that I have at the time.
Yeah. Okay. And this was basically your second acting, because remember the first one was as the officer in Bodyguard, and then Third World Cup.
Still, yeah. So the first one, you know, I was just, you know, acting as a bodyguard in the Grease video, but this one was actually a movie role. You know, yes.
Okay. Big there. Okay, 2000s. Now you have this big banger on the Faith Rhythm. Woo ha ha. All right. Where were some of the places that you actually started to tour and go around right now? As Hawkeye, not the opener, Hawkeye now the main person.
Well, I would have place I got to, you know, honestly. You know, but if truth be told, you know, and I'm not afraid to say, when I was at Main Street as a sidekick, I'm gonna tell people this all the time and they probably don't believe me, but it's true. The places I go when I was at Main Street with Red Rock and Goofy, and I'm not saying because of them, but basically because of them. They had the name, but at the time, the places that Danny Brownie chose to book with in, when me become Hawkeye 2000, me not see about them places. I've never been back to those places. I've been to England, you know, but certain places, because when we go to England, we tour Manchester, Bristol, Birmingham, Leeds. I've never been back to Leeds from that. You know, certain little places we got as Main Street crew. I haven't been back to some of these places as Hawkeye, despite my career bigger in terms of song and thing. I don't see about these places, but I can tell you, I believe it has to do with the manager though. It's the manager. It's not me. It wasn't me at the problem, it was the manager. And after a while, we get to realize what was going on in the camp. You know? So I've been to, you know, I mean, England, the Caribbean. Oh my God, we run through the Caribbean was like my backyard. You know, every second I'm warm with the Barbados, Trinidad, Antigua, the Grenadines. Which one again named with the Grenadines?
Not Grenada. Saint Vincent,
right.
Saint Vincent and the Grenadines.
Right. Grenada. You know, these places. Yo, the Caribbean, I not lie. I don't know. Even now, if we drop on the Caribbean, I'm crazy something. Crazy something. You know? In America now, I used to go to certain places with Vegas because, you know, through Vegas of Exile, his career was like in crossover the ethnic market, you'd call it. So I used to tour with Vegas also, go some place where are mainly white people who I perform for, mostly, you know. So I've done some stuff with him, you know, and I will put things out for my own. But I still think up to this day, me not really surface in the US of A yet, you know, because the songs I'm out there, but I don't think people really see me in a USA yet. The last time I remember I went up there, it was with Bling Dog. I think it was probably about 2004, 5. No, I lied. It was later than that, probably about 2006, something like that, 5, 6, you know? And when I went there, because I wasn't really, even when I have all the hot songs, then I never know, say, me song them so big and powerful in the place. But it's because my manager never used to send me there much. And as I tell you, I get to realize what was happening in the camp, you know? If truth be told, if we talk, I mean, honestly, sometimes nowadays I feel like I would just say what needs to be said and not hold back nothing. You know, see, but Vegas was a part of the camp, and I realized that, you know, most artists, them have this thing about them where it's like if they are the head of the camp, they don't feel so nobody else nothing gonna work without them, or them try to marry you with them in terms of, and when them go about for them thing, you know, them not married you with them, you know. You see what I'm saying? So I think Vegas was trying to make a lot of demand about if them want Hawkeye and them can't come, well, you know, don't book the show or whatever the way. And these things were going on, you know. And at the end of the day, the management too, I blame him because I agree that Vegas are your main artists, but you have other artists in the camp who are shining out for them own. Don't make because of the artists then him are your main bread. You want to stop it because every little make a muckle, you still make money off of Hawkeye. You book Hawkeye and you get a percentage. So what's the difference? Make Hawkeye go on out of the world and you collect your president, you make Vegas go on when the tour we can do show together, we do it together, with you know, stuff like that. So I don't something they are going. Be a fight against and jealous sitting and it's like him couldn't like him not believe so boy Hawkeye couldn't really get way so big and stand up on the moon and race. So it's like I remember one time I make a comment about the show we had to do in Trinidad, right? And I was just running a joke because I mean, if you're in a camp and you can't run joke with a fellow artist, then it don't make no sense. You understand? We were supposed to do a show. Me and Vegas were supposed to do a show in country in Jamaica here, and apparently he couldn't go. The management sent him go a foreign. So what them do is that him send me and Alozie go a country, you know, with Madanjo and Kiprich. You understand? So when we go down there, because I guess the promoter down there was also advertising that Vegas would have been on the show. But him don't send Vegas, him send Vegas a foreign, him get a bigger deal a foreign, so him take that one there and send we, you know, the other members in the camp, go a country. So, I mean, it was okay, yes, because Hawkeye are going with him things, so it was okay for Hawkeye represent and Alozie and the rest among them. But what happened is that after we perform, mash up the show and leave, me gone to the hotel, Alozie them decides them I'll go back down to the show for whatever reason, like them just about after party or whatever, you know, for whatever reason. And when them go down there, it's like two of the people them there expect Vegas will come, you know, kind of them, it's like them vex, you know, because the promoter must still use Vegas name just to get the crowd come in. Right. When they know said Vegas wasn't going to be at the show. So because of that now, it's like the man them tend to rush Alozie. Like them done doing something down there, and it's like a crowd have to come and kind of back him and Ray. Because I say, yo, see one of the artists there, and Ray, you know, country people. Yeah. You know, them no business who you be in front them, the short change, and them go beat your feet, you know. So that was about to happen. So what happens is that we come to Kingston now. I will see Vegas, and I say, Vegas, boy, come like, we can't do no more show with you, know, because you advertise the show and you don't come. And two that people want beat, we have down there and Ray and just look at joke, and the man take it personal. And thing. So what happened is that me and him was supposed to do a show in Trinidad. So because me and him have that little thing there and him take it personal and turn it into something we're never supposed to be. Him go say to the management, say, yo, me now go to Trinidad with all kind of rare, so I'm not cancel that. Pity the man them say, yo, send Hawkeye come, we no business about Vegas. Send Hawkeye come, a Hawkeye we want. So at that mash up we made from them time, that be a fight. That's some enough artists say them, you know, them just petty and coming like some little girl where jealous and them little vibe there. You see my some of them, so I burn them thing them done. You understand? I have nothing against Vegas, but I burn them little thing that I'm not a beer that them go on with. You know, see it, and I've lived it, and I can tell people about these things. I just 2 more time when I really taught these things as artists. We just make it slide. You know, because we are living, we are got through similar, but I whole heap of them things that them do to artists. Be hold them and fight against and, you know, whatever. You know, it's like, you want to fly and them not fly. Or, you know, stuff like that. And it just, I don't know. But I that go on still. So I end up at Trinidad and deal with Trinidad wicked. And from me go at Trinidad, me not stop go there. Me not stop go there. So it's just a thing. You know, but I think I went, you know, the management really put me more in the Caribbean to perform and certain places. I've been to like Costa Rica, you know, I've been to Europe, Germany, you know, Bensonburg, you know, these places and stuff. You know, I've been in the UK, London, I go there for my own. I go back to London must about 3-4 times for my own, you know, after Main Street, or more than that, probably about 5 or 6 times on my own. You know, see, so you know, we still do the work and do the thing. You know, there's still a lot of places to go. I've never been to Africa, never been to none of the African continents. You know, so a lot of work still to be done. We're still not dropping a certain Spanish, you know, but you don't know, you don't really talk Spanish, but most of the time the song them down there are going away. I've been to Panama a couple of times, you know, so you don't know. We'll do the work, see when I put in, you know?
No, for sure. Because again, your journey has been amazing because, as I said, right now we're talking about the faith rhythm there. What was your next hit that you got after that just solidified? Okay, we have Woo Ha Ha. What was the next one that really solidified this right now?
As I said, Go Rachel was the first radio hit. But I mean, it hit on radio, but it also hit in the street. You know?
Yeah.
So it's just that in those times, people depend on the radio. You know, so when them get a #1 song off of the radio, automatically it's a part of the street too. It's just that Ooh Ha Ha wasn't playing much on the radio, but it big in the street. It's when it get big in the street now, so it cross over in the radio.
Got you.
You understand? So I mean, after Go Rachel, there goes Money Making Guy, and all of these songs now becomes radio song. Where it's like me find the formula for dominate the radio. So you have Money Making Guy. You have a song them called La La La. I get a virgin to you. Walk your walk, talk your talk, and them song them. Yeah, Baba Shava, Trash Shava, High, Pa. It's like me just start to cover the whole place with the style. In the same time though, even though it's radio friendly, it kind of more hardcore. The song I have, so them a shot aside police and take fences, because that was another song where it's like gear up. Me just find the gear them after the gear them after the gear them after the gear them. I mean up the street, I mean up the radio. I go on away because the style that I had was unique. I'm gonna have to pick up General Degree again, because General Degree was the first person who produced a song with me. When I leave Main Street, the song that actually start this style thing we have was a song I did for General Degree called Me Give Them a Style, Me Give Them a Pattern, Them Must Mama. Niggas astonish get calm, come as a lama. Hawkeye mix up them grandmama. Hot, cold, warm, so am I. Love me, my, you know? So that song is just a reality thing. Ooh, that one pluck a feather off my wing. So that was the first song that started play upon the radio hard. Start play upon the radio hard now. That is right after Go Rachel. So that song was a song that really encouraged the influence, basically, Money Making Guy. You know, all these songs, Twingy Twang, you know, you know, Beg, and you know, Sponge. You know, set them a shot aside police and take fences. You know, La La La, all them songs there, you know, What's New, Papa, oh my God, you know, this one for my girls, I say hi and hello, singing you a song, that's all I need to know, you know. What am I tell you? It's a lot, brother.
Hit after hit after hit after
hits just keep coming. And then when Lenkino came with even Duale, From Your Love Woman, in the year Jan Figo, it's like me just find it. I was just finding hits. it's like we just in a joy moment, because I find hits after hits after hits. Every song was like a smash from Hawkeye, smash, smash, smash. And these songs that I mentioned is just a few out of the many that, because there are some that some of the time we can't even remember them for even mention them. You know?
No, because I know you were one of the people, even up to lately, when they put out juggling, Hawkeye was always in the juggling. Whether it was a song that hit or it was just a song that was there, listen, Hawkeye was always in the juggling.
True. Yeah, man, that's true. So true. So true.
Yeah. What inspired you to come up with this style that's so unique in the first place? Because how you DJ'd some of these songs, even if they were bad man songs or girl songs, they didn't sound baddish or they didn't sound too rugged, but they had this unique style. What inspired you to come up with that style there?
Okay. I remember when I used to travel with the Red Rock and go for them. When we go in England and Europe and some place, white people, them, and I was the vibes man. And me, I the man would jump and go on with a bag of things on stage and wind up and rare. You know? So they, you know, people used to come to me and say, boy, you guys are crazy, man. You know? I love the energy. I don't know what you guys saying, but I love the energy, man. You know, so, you know, I always say weird. They don't understand what we are saying. Then our music can reach them so. So I've always think that I was always saying to myself, so boy, Father God, I want a style where we can DJ where people understand the lyrics and separate, you know, because I mean, if me have something that them love so no, and them not understand me, you can imagine if them understand me with the vibe what me have. So I think right in the early part of 2000 there, you'd have a virgin them called Q-Tip.
Yes.
You know, he had a song, Vibrant Thing. Vibrant Thing, Vibrant Thing. When I heard that artist for the first time, I hear that song, I said, yo, I love that. I love that artist. That song, you know, the way my flow and things. So he was the one originally that I got, because if you realize the song I did for General Degree was called Reality Thing. But his song was called A Vibrant Thing.
Got you.
So that's where the style come from. It's just a reality thing. It's just a vibrant thing, a vibrant thing. So, and with the flow that he had, I liked it, you know, so I kind of incorporated, you know, the song too. I kind of use, make it them style, make it them a pattern, them must have my man. Niggas astonished, get calm as a lama. All kind of mix up them grammar man. Hot, cold, warm, so am I. You know, so that's how the whole thing came about. And then I used his punchline now. It's just a vibrant thing. It's just a reality thing. Now, who that? One pluck a feather off of my wing and put my hardcore thing behind it. You know? But at the same time, you see, even though I tell you, I do hardcore songs, I try not to get too derogative and bloody and rare, and I also keep it entertaining. You know? I am the person who will say, yo, oh, you say you're shut up. You see police and you take fence. You dash a man tool when you hear ambulance and all these things. You know, so me reason with people in the lyrics that me do. So me I say, if you're a bad man, where dash the man them tool for? How them say them up if you bust it up like we? You know, stuff like that. You know, so it's suggestive. It leave you to think what me I say, but at the same time, me now I tell you, say, yo, gunshot fly through mirror and blood a splash. Me not deal with that something there. I don't deal with that something. I deal with my thing more creative and entertaining and suggestive. And I realize that I'm very effective with words, because sometimes people don't understand that the choice of words make things effective. You know, is what you say, the next word will come after the next word after the next word. You know, that's what makes it, you know, it's not a whole heap of bag of lyrics or not. It can be very simple, but you just make a thing connect, and the idea of how you put the thing, make it come across effective, you know?
Makes sense. I guess that's why you DJ. You don't really DJ fast. A lot of times you have like some gaps, but it's just the flair of it, the style, the
exactly, the flow. You know, so when you use a flow, like I could be saying, all right, so for instance, like who them around could know. You know, I really DJ that song hardcore, but if it was probably a different rhythm, I could, them a friend with, we now friend there. Jada send with, who send there? You know, so that's that style of we got there. The man back up there. You know, so you give space to breathe, plus make the song comfortable, not bugger, you know, and stuff like that. So the style allow me to just use words, less words, with just a flow. Because flow, when you get a style, you know, you don't think business about the lyrics. The flow is sweet. You just want to put the right words with it. And you're all right. Twingy twang, twingy twanga. You know, so it's just a thing where you just use words with the flow and you're all right. You don't have to kill up yourself. You don't have to come with no bag of this and no bag of that. Simple and smash them.
So your thing is more flow. First you find the flow and then you find the words to put in on this flow here.
Yes, man. I mean, come with flow in a music business now. I mean, the first man come out here talk and rhythm, you know. Talk, literally talk, on my style. You understand? You see me? And I mean, I was talking about the effectiveness of words. I realized that, and one artist made me know how effective I was. You know, because when I did the song, me hear them say them a shop, but them not shop right. So them have the business lock, but them not lock it right. All my style them a chat, but them not chat it right. You know? I guess by now everybody know who that song that really before. And that particular artist came to me personally and said, boss, me not lie. I tune the way you do. Stick me hard. Stick me in my heart. No care you see me and the other man, they are war and a clash and a do thing. Even no chat nothing will really stick me like that. You understand? But a song the way you do. And the funniest thing about it is that when I was doing the song for the producer, his name was in it, you know. And the producer begged me to take out his name because him also want the artist to come voice on him rhythm.
Yeah.
And if you hear me call him name, especially in a vibe like that, a kind of song that he now go on voice, him go vex and go away. You know, see, because it was, it was, I would take your BeenieMan, oh, you're so greedy, man, Brian, but I didn't call his name, they took out the name, somebody said, oh, you're so speedy, man, acting so greedy, man, you know, so I realized that my choice of words, them, will, you know, so if me even take out your name out of something and put something back in place, it's about effective same way or probably even worse. So I realized that's why I don't clash. That's why I don't clash. That song made me learn, say, the clash thing, because clashing, we all know what clash is. It's a hype. It hype you up and hype up people and rave, but at the same time, it stop one man food. And I don't believe in that kind of thing. If me I eat food, if you eat food. You understand? If it's a kid, well, the era where we are come from, we know some man used to clash for just entertainment. But after a while, it's because you see, some of the time, I'm not thinking you would ask the people and really turn it the weird for turning on. Because if them get entertainment in a clash form, and them now start to get personal and brand, so, oh, Hawkeye no good, other man no good. What do you think of that? Nobody never want to book Hawkeye. And nobody never want to book you. Because people have it all around saying no good. So them have it say, boy, if them book you right now, nobody never want to see you. So me not believe in that thing there. That's why I don't do clash songs. So all the time over the years when they call my name in a song, I never answer them. But the reason why I answer this virgin is because in take my style.
Okay.
You understand? The first time I DJ, you know my song, Walk Mom.
Yes.
Okay. You see that song? I had that song. I write that song that I remember I was abroad. I'm write it. And when I come down, I say, yo, I have a bad song. I just find the right rhythm for put it on. You see me? So what happened at the time, we had Cactus Club in Jamaica. Cactus was one of the artist dancers club in Jamaica. Seen in a Portmore. So I went over there. In the crowd, me there now, as an artist, you know, in the crowd stand up and say, yo, me just go and support whichever artist come on stage and, you know, me just support them, bust some blank and run all of that. See? The same artist who I mentioned come on stage. Yo, grab the mic. You know, I'm fresh off a tour and be a new song never chatter now. And start peel off some new song and mashing up the club away and things. So I was there and I post blank and I said, go on, me artist. Blah, blah. So I break him, turn up beside me inside of the club and I say, yo, DJ, move from beside me, I will give you some lyrics, man. I want to. And I said, no, man, me a whole of vibe. I said, man, say, Hawkeye, I want to. I'm an artist and I want to hear you. Go up on stage, man, and start create a vibe. And I said, Jano. So I say, all right, I walk up there. The brethren see when I walk come beside him and race. So he did a DJ and ranty and he goes up and give me the mic. So then give me the mic. I said, people, me and my artist, I said, boy, I be a new song in my chat. So guess what? Me not chat, nothing I want to know. You see that song in my chat, fresh off the block. So here what? So I see a girl in the crowd. I'm say, hello, you remember me? She look for me. But you know, say I just build up a stage thing. You know? So I say, you remember me? She said, she look. So I say, yeah man, you see? You get big and fat now, you know, remember me. When I said people, when I know she the skinny so you know. So I joke me and make it up. She the skinny so you know. And reality and play and true, she get big now and sexy and rich. She go and like she remember me. I said, people know why you me have to tell her. And I say, yes. I'm gonna say, we are some mom. They little at the pom pom. Last year, slim girl, now you told me fatty boom boom. The whole club, man. Yo, the people empty have the roof of the club. You know, see, so right, so now the artist got the mic from me and say, we are say artists, bend over and give me a backers, ready two steam fish and some crackers. And we are mash up the club too. So after all of that,
yeah,
we leave the club and when I go to a man said to me, say, DJ, your style gone, you know. You know, see, so I wasn't really taking it that he might tell me, say, the man I got teeth my style. I thought he was just telling me, say, my style bad, I thought I got boss. See? 2 weeks after that, me hear the style on radio. Me can't take that boss. Baller drive on dead and crash. No boss. JFF need to go. And I said, what a man brave and bad. I said, I can't style this man up. So that's what in my face. You know, see, but honestly, the kind of person he is, I wasn't going to say anything about it. I wasn't going to attack it or anything. I'm a manager. Call me one day and I meet and give me a fine tracing and say, yeah, you idiot. Eh? How you gonna make them man that will have big name already out there and a clash and a make them money? I go take your style and show you by the side. You say, oh, go on sign. And the man calls me and I say, yo, I can't bother with clash. The man say, oh, you mean you can't? But the man say, go on sign, you know. There's me in a management thing with it. You know, I said, right. It look like we get stick up. So I said, okay. I start thinking about it now and I said, General. So I went up by Shottas studio. Here him have the double jeopardy rhythm. And the way the rhythm dropped me, I said, wow. So right, that's when you know we just start put it together. You hear them say them a shock, but them not shock right. So them have the business lock, but them not lock it right. All the style them a chat, but them not chat it right. Other people, some DJ need to go sit down and write. I want them to cook up my pot. Boy, them TV, man, that style of me here chat. Blow it up for me, one. Oh, you so speedy, man. Acting so greedy, man. You see it? So, I just some things stay me down. So, you know, I just deal with it and different thing. And I tell you, from I drop that song, yo, the radio hot. Because what they do is that they play his song and then play my song. They play my song, then they play Fiend's song. So they have the two songs, them about the two songs. Yo.
Because even though you didn't call his name, they knew exactly what was going on.
People know because, but you see the thing about me too is that I don't really follow up certain things, you know, in music. You know, I mean, you know, Killer wouldn't DJ so boy a pirate and my this and my ranty, but me just has feels in a lyrical whatever way. But I've heard, but because me experience it myself, or me just come with a new song. Talk it on stage, me think it is just a borrowed on stage at the time to get a forward. Me never know if you ever run, go record it. Like you want to take it over, say a year or one, and you create it. So me have to address the matter.
Yeah.
I'm glad my management did talk to me at the time and said, go address it. You know, because I wasn't really going to address it. You know, so I'm glad I did it. That problem there, you know, just squash out. You know, so you don't know the thing.
Crazy. As I said, when it comes to words, your way of putting them together is so crazy. We spoke about one movie that you were actually in, which was Third World Cop. Another one that you weren't in, but your song was in, that right now has crazy views on YouTube, was Shottas. Okay? Bad Long Time. How did that come up?
That song is for Robert Livingston, you know, Shaggy ex-manager. He had the rhythm, you know, I was a part of the camp too. That was probably about, you know, from probably about 28 2008 going up to, 2010, 11, somewhere there, going up. We were a part of the camp, because, after In the Streets, me really there do more one thing, Twingetwanga production. We just put a thing out there to keep my name going and book for myself and stuff like that and things. So after that, we get a link to Robert, because Robert have always respected me as an artist and wanted to do something with me and things. So when I found out where Big Yard was on Star Wall of Vibe, there's like, it was like me, Iceman, D Major, a virgin we call Wesley Diamond, was the youth, then we are all off the yard, so when Shaggy not around and them gone on tour and we are there as a youth, them to, next in line and on the label and thing. I mean, they don't have the name already and thing, but they don't know. I mean, you see, when you have a career and it reach a point where nobody not hear you much, and it's like you have to rebuild up back, that's something they have to re-crank it. So, you just come across as probably somebody who not in the game too tough, so you have to come now and make a step to make a name back in the game. So I was there at the time. They made the rhythm, but the Solomon rhythm and thing, and my ear, because I've done a couple songs before that was sung for him,
Okay.
But with the bad long time now, I wanted to DJ that song in a way where if you listen to the lyrics of the song, but bad long time, some boy just bad today, or somebody that DJ it first, some boy just bad today, like cut it and then chuck it back on it and thing. But Robert was, I don't know if he wasn't understanding the way of me, the one to deal with it, because even when I was recording like for Degree was a guy who confident me. So him just a boy, Hawkeye, me not lie, me not really, I feel what I say in terms of, it's like, I wouldn't say them don't understand. Because you see when you create your thing and you put it to nobody never understand what you are creating. So that's the thing. So even when I was DJing, me give them a style, me give them a pattern, for Degree. It's like he must say, boy, it's so different. Him don't know, but he must say, boy, DJ, me not like, me confident just still, just settle it on the rhythm. Me don't know what you do, but what you do have a thing, I mean, I understand it, but just settle a little bit. So it was a flow because something I create and it new. So a lot of people wouldn't really understand it if I come to the table with it. See it. So it's when we record it now and I'm done and then listen it back and I said, Lord fire, what is, see it. So it was the same thing now with thing there. With bad long time, some boy just bad today. Take up badness when badness done give way. But long time them not bad like we not day. So if you notice, it's like me a DJ cut and coming back on it and some boys say that them have the place lock. The only place in lock around and Miss Matty shop. So it's like a flow with a little hardcore thing, and thing. But Robert kind of understand the difference because he produced big songs, it wasn't me and them sang there. So them know him have an understanding of when an artist come with a different kind of creativity. And it was surprising to me when he released that song and came back to me like a month or two after and I said, yo, say Sony want that your song as a soundtrack for the movie. And I said, wow, that means now me I do things, me I go out with things. So it was a good vibe, So that song is a part of the soundtrack for Shottas movie, and me give thanks, big up Robert Livingston. I said, the work goes on, we just keep on doing the work and putting out great music,
Crazy. I got a couple more questions before I get you out of here. Right now, I know that your big song right now that you have out right now that you're promoting, Who Them I Ramp With, was produced by Sly and Robbie. But I know you've been with Sly and Robbie for a while. How did that even happen? Because that's we're talking about from Main Street to the one with
in the street.
Yes, Big Yard.
To Twingetwanga production, which was my thing. I was working with that for a while. Then after that is Big Yard. And then from Big Yard now is Toxic Young.
Yeah. How did that happen? Because you seem to be, if you're not one of the luckiest artists that I know to be dropping in these crazy camps, I don't know what's up. Listen to these camps that you've been in, boss.
And I don't think it's luck, because I honestly don't believe I'm a lucky artist. Me work hard. Me work, anything. I always have to prove myself. Me is one of the artists that when I get nothing dish out to me. I've never get anything dish out to me. Me never seen a manager run up and down behind me and mad over me and do anything for me. Me not get that in a music. Never gotten that in music. See, I always have to, even now, if you put me on a stage show with any one of the artists that you know at Jamaica, Hawkeye have to go out there to work hard and prove himself all the time. And I guess maybe that's what keep me and make me a better artist and make me a better person. Because me not get handout. You understand? I've seen artists come and stand up on stage for minutes and I get beer forward and ready. Me can't do them something there. I that me call luck.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, I always have to go there, even when them know say Archive bad. People always come and turn up because I guess maybe one of the reasons is two minutes in the mix up. I mean, I feed them with certain things. You find out, say, them will say, yeah, man, Archive, yeah, me know the name. All right, let me see where I come to know. It's at the kind of response that me get more time to feel, But you find certain people who keep the mix up going and the this and them can bash you and talk about things about you. When them see you come past them start going, it's a thing. So to me, is an artist who is very low profile. Me not in no mix up. Me not in no controversy. Certain kind of controversy with the man them in and out those and something. Me not depend that. My personal business is my business. It's not for entertainment. It's not for entertainment business. If me and somebody there, are we used to there? That not have nothing to do with music. It not these things. Me not transfer these things into my musical life. My music, I'm a job, so me treat it as such. You understand? So me not get myself mixed up. I don't think I get lucky. The thing about it is that it's just when you do your work and people know say you're good at what you do. Other people have a want to have you around. So if you decide and you come and say, boy, yo, them see you come and say every day, them probably say, boy, yeah, you look like Hawkeye. I come round now, so I can see where I deal now. So if them see you there for a while, them probably have a habit to say, boy, Hawkeye, you're artist, call him in, make him know some never read him in. So I think it was that. With Sly Robbie now, I was working with Sly Robbie over the years. But Sly Robbie was one of the producers that I always record for. I'm gone again. I never really stayed, And thing is since leaving Big Yard now, because this side, so Sly have always been there. I've been working with Sly, and every time that I do a song for Sly, it represents me well out in the world. Even when people don't really know the song on a local scale, anything you do on taxi label, Sly Robbie, it is going to represent you out in the world. So when I came to Sly Robbie here, because this I said, I just saw the thing there, and I realized that Sly is similar to Sly, because Sly is a bigger guy, bigger gentleman for me. So he is more like me, because he's a Gemini like myself. You know what I'm saying? So we connect. We know the kind of way how we stay, and we can work with each other. And he's a man also who doesn't think about himself. And these are the kind of people who want to surround himself with. People who don't think about themselves. You understand? People who are selfish and feel like so when they make the money and them alone for have it and them to eat, and them use you to make the money and I want to share it with you. You see what I'm saying? So when I came and that rhythm that I did, who am I ramp with? From Sly had that rhythm to go on his rhythm album 3 years ago.
Okay.
Because Sly, so Sly the only producer put out rhythm a bus without artists on it. No need no artist. If rhythm just go around and mash up the place and bust and go and bad without no artist. So you don't know another producer would do that. You understand? So he said he had this rhythm now to put on a rhythm album coming out for 2020. So Mr. Sly, well, at the time it wasn't 2020. It was 2018. He had a rhythm thing to come out. And I said, no, Sly, this a rhythm have to go a road. This a rhythm have too bad. It's different from everything else out there. Okay, put this part rhythm out, you're mad. So the man said, for real? And I said, Sly, give me the rhythm and then give me it. I got pencil the tone, forward back. And when we nail it on Sly here, Sly said, no, sir. He called Rory. I said, Rory, mix up that one and no! Hawkeye shot it. You see me? So it's just a word. And trust me, I really and truly give thanks. My journey in music is I realize I have a place in music, you know. Hawkeye is, you know, one of the artists who have a place in music. I mean, you can't talk about dancehall music and don't mention Hawkeye. You see myself? And I mean, I don't go around, you know, saying that I am, but I know that I am. Because there's a lot of artists in this business who pinch a piece of Hawkeye here and there to get them name and build up them thing. And I love that. You understand? The good thing about it is that them can't sound like me. They don't sound like me. You can't mistake me for them. And that is good. You know? But they will pinch a piece and put in them product and reality. And I love them thing because, you know, we come out of the school where, you know, we learn to share. And we open up ourselves and give people thoughts and ideas and, you know, lyrics. We don't have a problem with that. I love to do that. That's something I would do every day. You know, see, we have, you know, I mean, we have people like Ambalik here. You know, we have Anthony Redrose and, you know, Devante, Combo, more kind of thing. And these are people who, you know, share ideas, we share lyrics. You know, so we live, you know, we put things together. I have another song coming out with Ambalik also. You think, hey, you think, who them around with body? Wait.
Yeah.
Wait. You know, see, but I'll make you get that song as soon as it drops.
As soon as it's ready. All right. I got one last question here for you here. You've been in this business as long as you have. There's crazy highs, crazy lows. Was there ever a time where you feel like, say, you know what? I'm just going to go back to cooking and just leave this all alone. Leave it behind. It was good while it lasted, but I'm ready to go.
Yes, I feel so sometimes. Honestly, I do. You know, I feel, but at the end of the day, one of the things that really keep me doing music is that if I'm going to cook now, I have to do my own thing. You know, you can't go in a man place say I cook for no man. I don't cook for people. You know, so, you know, I only do that at home for the family. You see what I say? So if I never do that, it has to be my own thing. You know, see, because, I mean, nobody is going to understand that, oh, this superstar or this star, be enough for them, you know, whatever quote unquote you want to put it. You know, they are so now our so. They might go want to treat you away like say, you don't know nobody. I'm not give nobody no chance to do that. The last of it I got was when I was at certain place. I'm just tell them say, yo, me now come back here now. And they don't look back for me and me cut. You know, see, so now I put back myself there, so you don't know. But I've thought of it. The thought come true. Because some of the time, you know, you have to be a good song them in the boss. And you're not getting no radar play now. No this jockey now play, no selector now play a song. And then when you hear the bull foolishness where them a play, that alone make all your heart drop. You say, oh what? Then when we have no so and just when the music get away them done way it come like I be a mad people in it and I be them now listen nothing we good and them now I hear nothing we good and them now I hear nothing with substance or nothing we mean nothing. When it get to that point then music it's like it just make you feel like say yo it look like a time to pack up my bag and cut in it because this thing become a waste man thing. You know, this thing become a thing where, you know, you hear all these half-key songs and, you know, the auto-tune them and make them sound like a something nowadays and great. But the thing about it is that most of the people them don't even know what them are hear. Them just a feed off of what them are get. You know? So I tell somebody, you know, the other day that, you know, you can sing about toilet paper and it hit. Because if you want to sing about your toilet and a man play that every day and every day and every day. You know, and especially if a man can't come take the song out of your turntable or take it off of your Serato. He must go just hear it. And after a while, he probably push something in his ears, you know, and lock it. But through it, him still hear it's soft in his ears. After a while, he might take out something and get used to it and just say, yo, start say toilet paper. You understand? And that is all about music, you know? So, there, man, I'm going to give thanks. You know, the journey is long and we still have more to go because we have a lot more to come. You know, and I must say, Muscle, it's really a pleasure, you know, to come on their platform. You know, I just want to big up a few people in the meantime and also give out my social thing. You know, I just want, you know, Sly Robbie, Taxi Gang, and the gang. Right now, you don't know, big up yourself, Sly, not reach yet, but you don't know. And I'm way. This must have big up to Roar, Baker, the engineer. One big up Ambalik. You don't know I'm a general. Because them there in the house too, you know. Yeah, them there. Yeah, man. Them there. We can be a sneak peek. That is Red Rose on the mask on him CS. Big him up too.
Big up yourself, boss.
Anthony Red Rose. Tempo. My God, this is sound in the tempo. Umbilic over there, so now. Yeah.
Wicked singer from long time.
I'm a singer. You see me? So we just want to big up the crew, big up the event anyway there. Listen, I want to big up my fans, as I said before, my ACs and my fridges, my ice boxes, my blues, my Alaskas, my North Pole, all these people. Listen, and for anyone who want to get in touch with Hawkeye, you can go on my YouTube channel, go and check out my YouTube channel. You can watch a video too, because the video is there. Put them around good video, it is there. And my channel is Hawkeye Dancehall on YouTube. It's one word, Hawkeye Dancehall. See it? Check out my channel, subscribe, ring the bell, leave a comment on a bag of things. Share too. You see me, I say?
Yeah.
Hawkeye is also on Facebook at Hawkeye Music 1. That's on my fan page, Hawkeye Music and #1. My regular page is Christopher Hawkeye Smith. It's myself. So it don't really matter which one of them on the link me to. The link or the link or the link or the link. You can also find Hawkeye on Twitter, and my Twitter is Hawkeye Reggae. Hawkeye Reggae on Twitter. I have a thing them called IG, where everybody I use on them phone now. Instagram. Hawkeye Instagram name is at Hawkeye Music 1, just like Facebook. Hawkeye Music 1 is Facebook and Instagram also. You don't know. Personal link for anything, any business, you can call and talk to me. 1-876 350 0748.
Bam.
1-876, which is Jamaica code, 350 0748. Who them around wide?
Not Hawkeye, not at all. But listen, before I get you out of here, what I need to ask you for is a crazy medley before we go.
A crazy medley.
A crazy medley.
Oh, we have a start a melody now. That one I mean. Harass me, officer, lock the handcuff. As long as a girl prison, you will lock me up. Harass me, although jailhouse are hell, but a heavy if you fling me na the girl themselves. Harass me, officer, charge me for loss. A the girl them hands and bash, make me a crush. Harass me, make the girl them come carel. Kaina man thing me now. A crowd of people of your beg fame. Boy feeling wicked, but I ain't in dream. Officer will still a beg fame. No man, a bad man siren. Vex if you want vex, boss if you want boss. Me can't talk no boss, me deal with the girl them first. Cuss if you want cuss, malice if you want malice. Man argument me not make practice. Move from against man and go look some girl. If a woman they like me pants material, move. You don't see me and a girl I embrace. When you stay upon her, you come here look up, man. I'm a money making guy. Can't stop me no matter how them a try. Now ease up and more pressure me apply until my family, fans and friends them proud of I. Where the girl them say me name again? Give it the buy. Tell a girl you not bad. Are you not sponge? A girl hungry. Can't buy a lunch. Twingy twanga. All kind of versatility is getting stronger. Which upon no one if you no love me twingy twanga. Oh, them be chatting at your face and them a woo ha ha. Every day them just up in a day see and woo ha ha. You hear say them a watch them go ha ha. From your love woman in the year, yan fi go. Dear girl, me about driving on me Prado. We bad long time, some boy just bad today. Take up badness when badness done give. Them a friend whip, we not friend them. Judge send whip, or who send them? Say them a girl is an be a man back of them. Toxic young a go deal and mack of them. Who them a follow me? Me never follow them. Say them a go do a, nah do a thing. Chatter them. Man rise and equal and stammer them. Who them around word? Muscle.
Boss. Listen, and you just went into 0.0001% of that catalog that I know you crazy have.
Just a little. Me not start DJ song yet. Me not start sing song yet.
Hawkeye. This conversation has been a freaking epic conversation. I really got to see who Hawkeye is. You know what I mean? We hear the songs are cool and everything, but you see when you really get to sit down and go into depth with somebody, you really get to understand what's in your mind.
Yeah, man, definitely. And Hawkeye honestly try to keep it real from day one. It's just that, as I said before, certain things we try not to talk about because it's in the past, it done gone already. But some of the time too, you have to talk the thing, because I've been to a lot of places and people wonder, DJ, what to you? Boy, would they hear you up there and a bag of things are going on, and then we don't hear nothing and thing. And they don't understand that sometimes there's a lot of things happening in music, and we as artists alone know what pain in number done and where we got to in music. A man out a door, when we broke, we can't go to a man out a door and ask him for $1 already. We have to talk to our own artist friend them, because of them alone know the pain and struggle what we go through as artists. And know so well, when a slow time and when a this time and real, so we have to strengthen each other as artists, as a family, as brother. You see what I said? And then in the same circle, you have the same kind of thing up in a negative way too in the music, where man, because them have more clout over you at the time, or them probably will have become more, them will make money before you, so them can use it and try to keep it on, or hold it on, or pay a man for not play and do all it. So all of these things are going, but I try not to pay these things in the mind, because I tell myself in life that a man can fight, but how long you can fight for, you must get tired. You must tired, I want to sit down and catch a breath, And at that time when you sit down and catch your breath, that is the time when Hawkeye is going to lick you for 6. And I mean that. So a man can do anything he want to do. And personally, if you not fight me personally, you not give me no fight. You not playing my song and a fight, you fight me. You just not play Hawkeye. That's how me look on it. You understand? So I don't take these things personal, because I know life is an up and down thing. It's not all about. There's no man who shine forever. None. No, not how good them is. The great Michael Jackson, who I love so much, and the great stars in the world. See, they don't know him exist anymore in terms of being alive. But the music I live on. But even at the time when Michael Jackson has shot the whole place, remember, so them have to tap Michael Jackson for a while, making a record like every 2 years do an album. Because this man was so great and so hot that, boy, we can't manage him every year and every month and every week with a song. Just give a break now. Give some other people a space to come through. So they didn't have to break him for a year or 2. Not put out nothing Michael. Give it 2 years. And then bring in some artists and rate them. Say, all right, Michael, where have you now? You understand? So no man not shine forever, my dad. And all me do in music and in life is just share the love, keep it real. And me love the people and thing. But you see, when you know some people or them stay a certain way, you have to love them from a distance, my brother. And I mean that. Me not have nothing against no man, no artist. Me not insecure about no artist, about no man. Me not intimidated by none of them. None of them not shift me no time, because Hawkeye have my own thing. When me step up on a stage, me come to exhibit Hawkeye. Me not come to exhibit Killer and some other man or this man, or me come to exhibit Hawkeye. See? So when them man are done, or when the man are done, or if me have to go before no man, me just make sure say you come an Hawkeye class. And when Hawkeye done with you, they can go over this. That's what I think, sir.
Epic way to end this conversation, because I said this has been a epic conversation, Big Boss.
Yeah, but they're alive and living. I'm glad to say, you do this interview for the world and see that Hawkeye is still up, live, have the energy same way. You don't know. I keep fit and exercise to the iron, because you don't know when the thing gets clear now, so you have to run out when the smoke clear.
Yeah, no must.
So we'll keep the thing up, man. And we give thanks. You don't know. Blessed love to have me on the program, Muscle. You don't know.
Thank you so very much. Let me give you an outro and get you out of here. All right?
Yes,
well,
sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Muscle, and this has been another Two Line Music Cuts Entertainment Report podcast, and we are out. This podcast is brought to you by www.twolinedmusichut.com.